The biggest names in football were once labeled flops, their careers seemingly destined for mediocrity. But true greatness comes not just from talent, but from resilience. These players defied the odds, turned criticism into motivation, and silenced their doubters in spectacular fashion. Stay with us as we count down the incredible journeys of footballers who proved everyone wrong, defied expectations, and made history. Trust us, you won't want to miss a second of this. Luka Modric, from worst signing to midfield maestro. In 2012, Luka Modric's €35 million move to Real Madrid seemed like a disaster, struggling to adapt to the speed and physicality of La Liga. Modric was often overshadowed in a team full of Galacticos. He failed to leave his mark in big games and struggled with consistency. By the end of his debut season, a poll by Marca crowned him the worst signing of the year. Critics called him too lightweight for Spain and questioned whether Real Madrid had made a monumental mistake. But Modric didn't let the criticism break him. Over time, he adjusted to his new environment, mastering the tempo of games with his extraordinary vision and control. By 2014, he was the heartbeat of Real Madrid's midfield, helping them win their first Champions League in over a decade. His legacy grew as he played pivotal roles in 4 more Champions League victories. In 2018, Modric achieved the impossible, breaking the Messi-Ronaldo dominance to win the Ballon D'Or. From a laughingstock to a legend, Modric's transformation is one of football's greatest comeback stories. Mohamed Salah, from Chelsea reject to Anfield royalty. Mohamed Salah's first stint in England was forgettable. Signed by Chelsea in 2014, the Egyptian winger found himself buried on the bench under Jose Mourinho. In 2 seasons, Salah made just 13 Premier League appearances, scoring only twice. Critics doubted his ability to adapt to the physicality of English football. Eventually, Chelsea loaned him to Fiorentina and sold him to AS Roma, effectively giving up on the player. When Liverpool brought Salah back to the Premier League in 2017, few expected fireworks, but Salah quickly proved his doubters wrong, scoring an astonishing 32 goals in his debut league season, breaking the record for the most goals in a 38-game campaign. His explosive pace, clinical finishing, and relentless work ethic made him a nightmare for defenders. Salah helped Liverpool with the Champions League in 2019 and their first Premier League title in 30 years in 2020. Today, he's not just a star, he's a symbol of resilience and redemption. Kevin De Bruyne, the genius Chelsea let slip away. Another victim of Chelsea's infamous revolving door of talent, Kevin De Bruyne arrived at Stamford Bridge in 2012 with high hopes. However, the Belgian midfielder was given minimal opportunities to prove himself, making just 3 league appearances. Jose Mourinho famously questioned De Bruyne's work ethic, and in 2014 the club sold him to Wolfsburg for a modest fee. It seemed like another promising young player had fallen by the wayside. At Wolfsburg, De Bruyne flourished, becoming the Bundesliga Player of the Year in 2015. Manchester City took notice and signed him that same year. Under Pep Guardiola, De Bruyne developed into one of the greatest midfielders of his generation. His passing range, creativity, and ability to dictate games have earned him comparisons to all-time greats. De Bruyne has won multiple Premier League titles and numerous individual accolades, proving Chelsea's decision to sell him as one of their costliest mistakes. Andrea Pirlo, Inter's forgotten man becomes a maestro. Andrea Pirlo's early career at Inter Milan was unremarkable. Despite being a promising talent, he struggled to find his best position and was often left on the bench. Inter eventually sold him to AC Milan in 2001, a transfer that flew under the radar at the time. Many believed Pirlo was destined to remain a solid but unspectacular player. At AC Milan, however, Pirlo was transformed, playing as a deep-line playmaker. He redefined the role with his extraordinary passing and vision. He orchestrated Milan's midfield during their golden era, winning 2 Championship League titles and several domestic trophies. Pirlo's brilliance wasn't confined to club football. He was also instrumental in Italy's triumph at the 2006 World Cup. From a forgotten man at Inter to a global icon, Pirlo's journey is a masterclass in perseverance. Thierry Henry, misused in Turin, worshipped in London. Before he became Arsenal's greatest ever player, Thierry Henry endured a tough spell at Juventus. Signed in 1999, the French forward was often deployed as a winger, a role that didn't suit his strengths. As a result, Henry struggled to make an impact, scoring just 3 goals in 20 appearances. Critics began to question if he was truly cut out for elite football. Arsene Wenger saw something that others didn't. At Arsenal, Henry was converted into a central striker, and the results were nothing short of spectacular. He became the club's all-time leading scorer, netting 228 goals and winning 2 Premier League titles. Henry's electrifying speed, clinical finishing, and flair for the extraordinary made him a global superstar. Juventus may have misjudged him, but Arsenal turned him into a legend. Robert Lewandowski, from struggling striker to record breaker. When Robert Lewandowski joined Borussia Dortmund in 2010, he struggled to adapt to Bundesliga, criticized for his lack of goals and wasteful finishing. Some fans doubted whether he had what it took to succeed at a top club. Under Jurgen Klopp's guidance, Lewandowski found his feet, becoming one of Europe's most lethal strikers. He led Dortmund to 2 Bundesliga titles and a Champions League final. At Bayern Munich, he reached even greater heights. In the 2020 to 2021 season, he broke Gerd Müller's long-standing record by scoring 41 goals in a single Bundesliga campaign. Lewandowski's career is a testament to patience and perseverance, proving that even the roughest diamonds can shine with the right polish. Gareth Bale, from winless streak to Champions League hero. When Gareth Bale first joined Tottenham Hotspur in 2007, his career started in a nightmarish fashion. The team failed to win any of his first 24 league appearances, leading some to brand him a jinx. There were even rumors that Spurs were considering offloading him. Bale turned things around dramatically. By 2010, he had evolved into one of the Premier League's most exciting players, known for his blistering pace and thunderous left foot. His performance earned him a record-breaking move to Real Madrid, where he won 5 Champions League titles and scored iconic goals in finals. From winless to world class, Bale's journey is a perfect example of overcoming early struggles. Carlos Tevez, from struggle to superstar. Carlos Tevez arrived at West Ham United in 2006 amid massive hype, but his early performances failed to live up to expectations. Tevez didn't score a single goal in his first 19 matches, leading many to question his ability to adapt to English football. When West Ham needed him most, Tevez delivered. He scored crucial goals in the final games of the season, saving the club from relegation. Tevez's career took off from there, with successful stints at Manchester United, Manchester City, and Juventus. Known for his relentless work rate and knack for scoring in big games, Tevez transformed from an early season flop to one of the most feared forwards in the world. Diego Forlan, from United Misfit to Golden Boot winner. Diego Forlan's time at Manchester United was forgettable. In 63 appearances, he managed just 10 goals, earning him the label of a Premier League flop. After leaving United, Forlan rediscovered his form in Spain, first with Villarreal and later with Atlético Madrid. He won the European Gold Shoe twice and became one of La Liga's most prolific scorers. Forlan's crowning moment came in the 2010 World Cup, where he was named the tournament's base player. His story is proof that success can come from the unlikeliest of places. Antoine Griezmann struggles at Barcelona, redemption at Atlético. Antoine Griezmann's €120 million move to Barcelona in 2019 came with enormous expectations, but he struggled to find his place in a star-studded lineup. Critics called him inconsistent and questioned the wisdom of his signing. Griezmann found redemption back at Atlético Madrid and became pivotal in Diego Simeone's setup. His performance in France's run in the 2022 World Cup final reminded the world of his immense talent. Griezmann's story is one of persistence, proving that even the most high-profile struggles can be overcome. These 10 players are living proof that setbacks don't define careers, resilience does. Each of them faced criticism and doubt, but used it as fuel to reach the pinnacle of the sport. Whether it's Modric winning the Ballon D'Or, Salah rewriting Premier League records, or Lewandowski breaking a 49-year-old scoring record, they remind us that greatness is often forged in adversity. But what about other players? Do you know someone else who turned their career around against all odds? Who's your favorite player that silenced the critics in spectacular fashion? Let us know in the comments down below. And hey, if you enjoyed this journey through football's greatest comebacks, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more stories like this. There's plenty more where this came from. You won't want to miss it.